Sid, welcome to the stream. How does one have hope in the state of the world where people are dying, starving, being bombed, displayed? You mean displaced? And their homes stolen? How do we sleep at night? It's a good question. So I think sometimes as humans, when we see like a lot of suffering of other humans, and God knows we do, um, just turn on the news, turn on a YouTube channel, turn on any kind of informative anything, and you'll see suffering worldwide. What the news doesn't show us is stories of the good things people do. Through the amount of media, through the amount of technology we have, we're able to vicariously feel some of that suffering. And I mean, like deep down into our soul and stuff like that. And it can make us really feel hopeless. It can make us feel consumed by hopelessness. And we try to think, like, what can I do? Like, is there a group I can join? Is there a movement I can start? Is there a protest I can become part of or initiate that can make that change? And there may be some initial answers to that. Of course, there's things like, you can join Greenpeace, you can protest, you can picket. So what can we do? Like, how can we help stop the suffering worldwide without doing some sort of massive change? We're not some type of huge CEO. We don't own some sort of huge organization. We can't donate a massive amount of money. We can't convene or pool the power of a multitude of people to converge upon one agenda that can change the world. So what do we do? Like, how do we make ourselves more useful for a change as humans? Well, why not start with small things like the everyday person you meet? How can you do one small thing to make their life a little better? Yeah, so don't let yourself be overwhelmed. This is something I used to let happen all the time where I just be like, what's the point? There's no way we'll make a change. I'll say one thing, that's one that Japan taught me. I saw how they treat each other much more polite than we do here in America, much more empathetically. And it was small things that they did where, like, um, let's say I need to borrow something from another classroom when I'm working as a teacher. I interrupt the class. I have to go through the cabinets of that teacher, and they have to like pause their class while they're waiting for me to get this thing. And the class starts to get kind of loud and out of hand and everything like that. I finally get what I need. I exit the classroom, and I've disrupted their lesson enough where like they have to like calm the kids back down and get back to teaching. Now I could just be like, "Hey, thanks for letting me get that by." What if I took the time afterwards to be like, hey, first of all, thank you for letting me borrow that today. But second of all, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I disrupted your class. It's like a huge inconvenience I created. I apologize for that. And they'd be like, oh, dude, don't worry about it. It's fine. And that's what they're saying, right? But in their mind, they're thinking, this guy isn't just thankful for what he borrowed from my classroom. He actually realizes that he impeded upon what I was trying to get done for that day, acknowledges it, apologizes for it, and is introspective enough to realize that like he needed to, kind of get in there and say sorry, right? Maybe I need to be more aware of times where I can say thank you and apologize for things that might not seem like such a big deal, um, and take a part of that person's day to let them know that they're really appreciated. I just That's one small thing, dude. Thank you so much, dude, for the $10. I don't usually get a lot of tips for these and things like that, so I appreciate it, man. But dude, it's letting our fellow humans know that they're appreciated. That makes a massive difference. I feel like Japan really taught me that. Like I saw people do that over and over again. Apologize for things that like they didn't seem like such a big deal, but because they caused an inconvenience, they wanted to let the other person know and realize that they acknowledged they created a bit of an inconvenience, but also not just say thank you for like whatever they borrowed or things like that, but saying thank you to the person who opened themselves up to that help. Like not just thank you for letting me borrow your paper or whatever like that. Thank you for letting me borrow this supply. but like, thank you for letting me interrupt your class and borrow this supply. Or like, let's say, okay, a teacher shows me how to do report cards for the first time at a school, right? I'm a new teacher there. I don't know how to use the computer system yet. I'm like, hey, can you show me how to do this? And they do it. And I'm like, dude, thanks for showing me how to do this. What if you could go beyond that? What if you could say, thank you for showing me how to do this? And like this is like, later down the line, maybe they're leaving the school or something like that. And also thank you for being a mentor for me. Put them in a place that they've never even thought about before to let them realize what they did was really special to you. Thank you for being a mentor. If there's a time someone pulls you aside for a second and helps you with something that you've been requesting help for a while, and they finally do that, they're the first person in your life to take the time to do that. Let them know, like, thank you for being a mentor. Thank you for being a shoulder I can cry on. Thank you for being an ear that can listen. I think being really appreciative and showing our appreciation on multiple levels is something we need to do more for each other as humans. We don't do it enough. Well, I think we still say thank you, but we don't say why we say thank you, I think is the problem with a lot of interactions on a human scale these days. We feel a need to expedite almost every aspect of our life because life is far more busy than it's ever been before. There's the good aspect that computers have sped things up, technology has sped things up. This is great for efficiency and things like that. But there are some points of human interaction where efficiency is inefficient. And that's when it comes to the grace of thank you. We just say thank you, but we don't let people know why we're thankful. We say sorry, but we don't say why we're sorry. And if we acknowledge the reasons why we're doing that, not only does it make us more introspective to see, our true intentions and our true actions, but it lets the other person know that we're empathetic to the situation we created for them, or we're empathetic to the situation they created for us, right? We say sorry for something because we want to let them know what kind of inconvenience we created and that we acknowledge that inconvenience. We say thank you for something because we want to let them know what they did was not just, hey, good, glad you did that. I mean, I guess you could have not done that and been considered a jerk. But no, we want to let them know, like, what you did was something I'm thankful for because it was part of who you are. You're a good person who did a good thing. We need to remind each other that because they want that. Then they want to have that again. They want to have that feeling again. And maybe they want to pay that feeling forward. And I think when we rush things to get things done, sometimes that's okay for like efficiency at work or efficiency at a job, or maybe just, to get things done for our daily routine and schedule, to cook, to clean, to pack, to go, to prepare. But when it comes to human interaction, we really need to slow down for a second and explain why. Explain why. Don't just say thank you or sorry. Tell us why you're thankful and why you're sorry. Just a little extra explanation.